Hello guys, welcome back. Today is 64th day of our 100 days of challenge of Adobe. Today we are going to create a 3D logo or 3D text, not a proper logo. It's just a process, basic process in After Effects to how to create a 3D logo or 3D text by ray traced method. So let's get started. Firstly, I have created a composition in After Effects. By default values 1920 by 1080. Now create a new solid, just give any color, it doesn't matter, name it background. Now search ramp in effects and preset, apply it on the layer, just turn the black color to white and the white to something like gray color, just a little bit darker like this. Yeah, go to and choose a radial map and take the white point to the center here and just drag the gray point just outside and create a radial map background like this. Okay, now create, oh no, don't create a new layer, we just create a shape layer by clicking here, select rounded rectangle. We don't need a gradient fill, so alt and click on it, it will change the color. We need a fill. Yeah, here is the fill. Now create a rounded rectangle as the YouTube logo seems like. Yeah, take it to the center, something like here. Now here in rectangle properties, it automatically appears. Click the little icon here, then rectangle path and increase the roundness value, something like this, because we need rounded corners. As you can see, there are rounded corners on the YouTube logo. Something like here, just a little bit more. Yeah, seems perfect for me. Collapse the layer properties. Now time to create the triangle. Firstly, I will choose a little bit darker color for it. Now we will select the shape tool again, and now we are gonna create a polygon tool. Oh, it created the shape in same layer. Sorry. Press Ctrl Z, collapse it, deselect the layer, and now create the shape layer. Just hold Shift and create a layer. It will create with same proportion, color it white. Now go to Polystar here, click on this little icon, go to Polystar path and decrease the points to 3. It will make it triangle. Now we're gonna rotate it on 90 degrees. Here press R and do the value 90. Take the rectangle to the center of the square, gonna scale it little bit down, something like here, and place it at the center. I'm just doing it manually, not taking the proportions, just scale little bit down, move it to the center. Yeah, seems perfect. Now right click on the composition area, go to composition settings, to advanced, and here renderer, select ray trace 3D and hit OK. Now make the both layers 3D, and to work 3D layers we're gonna need the camera. Before creating camera, just adjust the layer position. Firstly we will rename it, it's the square, it is the triangle. It will help us for following work. Yeah, now the red layer is just behind the triangle. As you can see, now their position is same. We're gonna place the red square just behind the triangle, then -2, no, it will take it from +2. Yeah, seems perfect. Now right click. Before doing that, we will just create a duplicate copies of both. We're gonna need them as extrusion layers. Just take both of the copied files below, right click on it, rename extrusion triangle, and rename this as extrusion square. Yeah, done. Now let's create a camera. Right click here, new and camera. Select the preset as 35mm. Okay. Now go to custom view. For just our best look of the extrusion, firstly we will turn the composition background color to black by going in composition settings, and here just we can see the extrusion size. Now go to the extrusion square layer, open its properties, and here in geometry option you will get extrusion depth. Increase it something like 200 or something. I'm gonna make it 100. Yeah, so it's perfect. Now collapse the geometry option property, go in material option and decrease the ambient value to something like 60. Yeah, now it's looking 3D. Yes, you can watch here. And we have created the upper layer. Because of this, it will give a realistic like look of extrusion. Same process for the extrusion triangle also. Extrusion geometry, extrusion depth to something like 70, because I don't want the triangle too much. Now go back to your camera, active camera. Before doing that, I will just take the rectangle. As you can see, the rectangles are inside the square. We're gonna take them back, take them forward, because we want them forward. So just select the both layers here on Z, here the Z appears, then just drag them a little bit forward. It will take the rectangle little bit forward in Z depth from the square. Now select the rectangle layer. We want the rectangle layer more front than the extrusion rectangle layer. So let's try 47. It's taking it backward. Okay, let's try 49. Yeah, looking good. 48. Yeah, no. Oh, let's just take it 49 again. Yeah, seems perfect. Now go to active camera. My PC is just lagging too much. Need to take the square layer also a little bit forward. Just select both of the layers, press P to open position. Select the square. Just take it forward a little bit in Z depth. Something, oh, let it be. I will just type the value here, 0. Or yeah, seems perfect now. With the ray trace 3D just take too much GPU to work. So be sure other apps are just closed. Now select the camera tool, or you can just press C and just click and drag to rotate it. Now you can rotate the 3D axis here, the camera as you wish. Now we are gonna animate it. So at the first frame, I'm gonna put it something like this. You can just press C again to get the specific camera rotation tool. Yeah. Again press C for pan tool, it will pan the camera. Now again you can press C for zoom tool, it will zoom the camera. You can see the little icon changes. Okay, now let's animate it. Press again C for getting a perfect view, and just keep pressing C to get zoom tool, pan tool and rotation tool. Now select the camera, press shift A, press A and shift P to get both of these properties at same time. Firstly adjust the first frame which you want. because as we move these values, as you pan, zoom or rotate, only these two values changes. As you can see here, only the position value changes, and if you pan it, the point of interest value changes. The shortcut for position is P and the shortcut for point of interest is A. If you want to get two properties at same time, just press the first shortcut, and for second shortcut just hold shift and press the corresponding key. Now we will add keyframe on both of here by clicking on stopwatch. Go to desired timeline, some frames forward, and just rotate there as you wish. Just held the GPU, it's taking too much time. Now pan just a little bit. I'm just showing it how to animate here by camera tool. God, I will make it quarter just to have a little bit preview also. Now you can see in pixelate form it's rotating. You can just have a preview, rough preview, that it's rotating in 3D angle. So you can change your logo, any logo. You can also animate text, make the text 3D at same time. And now we will change the camera angle by just splitting the layer, camera layer from here and removing its keyframe, because we don't want the first keyframe. You can split the layer, any layer, by just pressing Ctrl Shift T. It will split the layer at the timeline. Now let's add the second position, and you can animate it anyway. Just repeat the process by moving camera angle. So that's it for today. You can animate any logo, any text by the same method. Hope you have enjoyed the video and learned something new. If yes, then don't forget to like the video and subscribe the channel if you are new here. If you doesn't know what the 100-day challenge is, just click on in the corner somewhere for the I button. You will get the link here there of the playlist of 100 days. So let's meet tomorrow again. Till then, stay safe, take care and keep watching the channel.